Everything is a genre, even you. Even you. Everyone is. I am. It's crazy, but if you think about why are you a genre, man? Why are you a genre? Why is everyone kind of a genre? It kind of reflects kind of who you are and the way you think, and then you kind of blend in with certain people almost naturally. Like you're almost naturally just that person. But so many people are trying to figure themselves out and kind of find out who they are that you know that's what the internet like is about. Like a big part of the internet is people just trying to figure out who the hell they are and experience life and get exposed to different things so then they can kind of put together this piece in their head that kind of defines what the hell they're going to really think in the future. And so you got all these components that are really going to go in there and stuff, and I don't think people really think about it too much like that, but it is kind of like that, and then like that you don't really think about it too much until you start thinking about it and you're like, "Oh yeah." But then you get kind of pushed like when you get older and stuff, depending on who you are, cuz some people never really learn anything in their lives to begin with. They're pretty much incapable of learning. Like some people can learn, some people don't learn, some people learn very slow, and then some people can't learn certain things no matter what the hell they do. So they kind of stay in the same zone, kind of the same genre of person. And genre is almost another way to say like stereotypical, like stereotype, It really is. It's kind of just another way to say stereotype. It's another way to say label. Because me, I'm a very stereotypical person, but I'm not offended about it or anything. Like people could say anything to me, and I don't really care, but for the sake of my channels and stuff, I try to keep it a little bit clean and keep it a little bit, I don't want it to turn into a crowd of angry people, hating each other and saying hateful things to people and just let the toxicity thrive because, I just don't give a shit. But, I guess if there's enough comments on your channel, enough people on your channel, to a certain extent, I mean, it's going to get a little bit out of control, like especially if you're a really popular person, you have a lot of people talking about you, you're just going to get some shitty things said about you. That's just the way it is. But but yeah, it's crazy to think that you are so stereotypical. That's what it kind of is. It's pretty much like I don't know, you kind of laugh about the stereotype of yourself though. I think that's what a lot of people are doing in a certain way. And then some people are laughing at other people and the stereotypical things they're doing outside of themselves. And then some, like, it depends on like how humble you are and how down to earth you are, really, because it's like, you know, and just think about that trigger a little bit. Like, everybody has their triggers and stuff. And you think about if you talk about certain things to people or you start trying to say this or that to them, they might get a little pissed off because they are secure with what they think and they believe, and they don't really want to think anything outside of that, you know. And it because they want to be, everyone wants to be right, So it's just like that's just kind of what it turns into. Like, and to a certain extent, on a lot of different topics, I think you can bend them a lot of different ways. So, like, you could, like, from a technical aspect, you could probably bend a lot of different perspectives if you were good enough, and you could probably make people believe something that wasn't, like you could probably go like different like you can go a lot of different ways with different things, because like even to say like, because here's like I could sit here and be like, yeah, everyone is kind of a genre, even you're kind of a genre, you know what I mean? It's kind of like it's almost like stereotyping people, and that's what I do a lot of is I kind of stereotype people a lot. But it's not really stereotyping, and I don't even know the definition of stereotyping. I think it's kind of a bad thing, really. I guess it's kind of stereotyping, label, judge, kind of all in the same realm, but it's like, I guess, I don't know. It's kind of thinking about people in a different way, not really stereotyping them in a bad way or anything. Just kind of looking at them for who they are and just like the world is pretty brutal when it comes to your weaknesses and stuff. And and the internet's almost like this like rabid dog just trying to bite you, just trying to bite you in the ass. So every time you do something wrong or whatever, every time you say something wrong, every time you step out of turn, because like perfection is what all the successful people are maintaining. Perfection in every way, shape, and form. Everything they think, do, and say to be able to maintain their way of life. Their wife, their girlfriend, everything that they get and receive in their life because society wants you to act a certain way because that's the way everything needs to be and all this crap. So then you, I don't know. This is like Like like, and that's another thing of the internet. It tells you, hey, there's nothing wrong with you. I'm this way too. And you just think about a guy like eating food and videos and stuff, and all that kind of shit that I portray in videos, and it's just like, well, if someone sees this, I don't know if they really like it. Doesn't like look like a person. Like I don't even know. It's just funny stuff or whatever. But it's just like I guess there's not really any depth to it, really. But it's like, what are you really? What are they really getting from that? What do they really think about it? It's probably just a style. Really, it's just a genre. Like I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna eat McDonald's in a video because I don't really give a shit. And you know what? This is a style. I don't need to sing stupid lyrics or anything. I do like making music though, but yeah, everyone is kind of genre in their own way, and they're all kind of going in a particular direction. And I feel like I was a different genre human being, and you could just say different human being or whatever. But it seems like if you're a fan of certain things and you're kind of your personality is almost a genre of that thing, and there's a lot of people that are like you no matter who you are. So it's like a lot of people are trying to find their group. But I think at the end of it, for me, I kind of realized it was all just BS. It was all just music and feeling the connection and feeling like I can relate to different stuff. Through music, movies, or being a fan of anything, it almost seems like that. So it almost seems like it's all just BS. But I guess if something's entertaining and it can make you feel like it's, just like comfort viewing or whatever. And maybe you don't always need the shock stuff all the time, but maybe it doesn't need to be that deep. Maybe it's just, hey, people like stuff or they don't.